Oh, hey man, I got some. Oh, well, what is it? Wait, here we go. Let me click the. Click that button down there, operator. Boom. A bottle of window cleaner. Even better. It is a bottle of blinker fluid. What? Yeah, it's a bottle of blinker fluid. Wait, why? It'll be our sponsor later. Dude, come on. But why? Apparently that dog is blinking now. What? It doesn't need. Yeah, if you want to blink, yourself a nice bottle of blinker fluid. But why? It's because you want it. It blinks. Everybody needs some blinker. But dude, blinker fluid just isn't real. It's a joke mechanics have used for years. This is totally real, man. Guy's telling me to me, where was this guy? It was. Oh. Yeah. Right. I'm still having that sponsor. Motherfucker. Give me the bottle. Give me the bottle that you can't keep in your hand. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Alright, thanks. Fuck, I can't believe that it's sponsored. Anyways, roll the dog. Ha ha ha. Look at me, I blink. I blink. Oh, it's kind of like glowing or lighting up. I had that as the original thing, but I'm like, no, I got a great idea. Blinker fluid. Blinker fluid. There is a downside to this, though. There's a great downside to this, is I have to be connected to a Discord VC. I mean, I can make sure I stay on a private one that nobody comes in, but I currently kind of am, besides the people that might have permissions on my server. But if I disconnect, crap, I don't have my mouse to show you. If I disconnect, let me just go over here. If I disconnect like this is the great downside, is I disappear. But I could come back if I reconnect. So, like Discord crashes and the dog disappears. If the dog disappears, it's probably because Discord crashed. And here I am at the sign up screen again. Warframe, when will you have the remember this computer option? Because I just want to jump into the game some days. I mean, this would be great, you know, if, I wasn't, doing this shit. I made sure it lined up with everything. Ooh, that looks cool. Look, check this out. Yeah, this one glows too. I kind of made sure they lined up the best with the ones that were already there. I mean, they're still there behind these in case something does happen in Discord. I can't have them light up anymore, but yeah. Right, let's click that blueprint. That's mine now. Yeah. So, let me just make sure I didn't make sure all my windows are in the right place. No, I don't want Nitro Discord. I was just clicking you so I could move you over. God damn it. So annoying sometimes. So annoying. That annoying. There we go. There. That's the window I wanted open. What window was it? Well, it's the window so I can see you guys. Ish. I like seeing you guys. You're all cool. But yeah, I got that all set up. I did, even though I really actually didn't need it for today, like I did yesterday. Yeah, we're gonna see the Limbo one. Hopefully it doesn't have too many hard quests. Alright.
So this limbo theorem you picked up, it's supposed to lead to a new war.
What am I thinking of? I keep forgetting what I'm thinking of. Oh yeah, I didn't need the coffee, but I drank some coffee today just because how I was yesterday. I want to make sure I'm on my game today. I did not feel like I was there. I did not feel like I was delivering the energy I usually do. Like, it doesn't have to be enthusiastic, but talking over orders. But I just want to make sure I had... I thought I sounded dead. So we're going to do the Limbo quest today. I'll have to probably change the name later, maybe. I don't know. Limbo Theorem, Grineer, that... Mars game. A lot of Mars quests. A lot of Mars quests. That's how far back I am. But it is what it is. I still gotta make sure I get the correct follower and sub alert sounds. It's just hard when you have to program yourself and figure out what sounds you want. I keep trying to do that. Alright, it's been a while since we've done the Archwing. Oh no, it's one of these, but in the Archwing format. If I can't do this, it's gonna suck. It's gonna suck. Oh. Neutralizing Bravo. Let's hope this isn't too hard. C and A are closer than D. Alright, get A. It's gonna be interesting. I've never done it like this before. Although D is more in a straight shot from A than C is. So, even though one might be closer than the other, we're gonna go with the ones I can see from each point. Oh, dude, he's got a shield. Come on. Okay, here they go. Oh, boy. Hey, Jesse. Right, where is everyone? Oh, you changed direction. You're not supposed to do that. Okay, which one? Oh, they're capturing B now. Go there. Whoa. Okay, where is B? I'm getting thrown off. Okay. Here I am. Where are they? Do they just move already? Huh. Very quiet, not a lot of music in this one. Oh, look at that. There's the ones that are actually coming from there right there. Ooh, boy. Oh! Ah, damn it. Get these guys. Come on. Go, go, go. Alright. Yeah, I'm definitely going to change the name of the stream a little bit after this one. Come on. Ah, there we go. Ah, overheated. But yeah, look at that. Got him. Short burst. Oh, shit, I didn't even realize they were capturing that one. Thought they were still coming after me. Not as intense as some of the other ones, I'll say. But this is the first time I've done one of these, so it's probably not going to be as intense as, say, the other ones. Get over here, motherfucker. Hey, why are they always... Man, they always just drift. Oh, hey, how you doing? Right, kill shot, kill that many enemies. Ooh, we'll probably get that today. Probably get that one today. Bye, jerk. Very lax, very, very chill, very chill. Alright, I want to change the title to Limbo. The blank was to get people in here. Oh yeah. I do too, it's a fun gun. Oh. Okay, come on, you can fucking... There we go. Alright, let's go to B, wherever B is. Forget how to dodge it. Get him! There we go. Yeah, got that one. Couldn't get the ones earlier because I think they were just too far away. Alright. Ah, we're almost done. Let's go to C. Nice. Destroy the rest of these guys. And I think that's the end of the quest. It's weird though. I thought they're... Usually they put music on these and it's just very quiet. I mean, I hear the music. It's just a very soft... Where are the remaining enemies, game? I don't see them. Hey, Roboron.
Good work today.
Yeah, extremely
Not
quiet.
Only have we decoded the enemy transmissions, we have also disrupted their communications.
I know space is quiet. Yeah. Oh, this thing is in the way of my chat that no one else can see except me. Move that down here. There we go. Exit. Alright, gather proof fragments. Yeah, we're still doing that. Quest. What? Oh, did I not gather the fragments there? No. I clicked start the mission before I read the mission, so I'm gonna exit and then read. Yeah, I know what the assignment is, game. Did I have to sit longer? I gotta read it. I gotta read it, I'm an idiot. Alright, let's abort and read the description of the mission. I obviously missed something, unless I'm supposed to sit there a bit. Come on. And then, okay, so. Did I actually get any from the first one, or do I have to sit there and do a couple rounds? It probably... Oh, I forgot to claim that. Signed in. Topics. I was not showing it. Okay, so... Oh! Okay, there we go. I have them.
Good. Now we get to find out.
So I did get some. Good. Good thing I double checked. I always triple double check. What was it? That was those are State Farm commercials back in the day, wasn't it? The double check, wasn't it? Yeah, it was, because they also did that thing with the Bears, those Bill Swirsky. Yeah, was it? Yeah, it was a discount double check. No sponsors from State Farm. I just remembered those ads. I'm going through. Anyone realize they used to have a lot more fun with ads then than they do now? I've noticed that several times. It's like all these modern ads are boring. It's like, come on, especially for the Super Bowl. Those were the fun ones. Just come on, go back to having fun ads. Because that's what made that's what made me stick around for ads, is because they were stupid fun and I'd just watch it to the end. Now I just got stupid annoying ads and I'm like, skip, block.
Okay, good.
That's how you get people to watch your ads, if you have them fun.
The horizon mask cannot be inverted to...
This is preposterous.
Operator, I'm sorry. You did all this work, and this so-called theorem is still completely...
Yeah, they are
invalid.
also... Yeah.
It's as if all these proofs point to nothingness. It's just... utterly irrational.
And people could say, oh, it's because of this or that. And I'm like, I don't think all the... I mean, there are some that do stupid political statements in ads.
Console, but I'm sure it's
But
a waste of
that's
time.
not... That wouldn't just reflect in, one. That would reflect in, you know, all of them. Oh, that's why my, Twitch isn't... Oh, that's why my, Oh, you heard me. Out of fish... I have my Twitch over here, and it's like... I always have my Twitch and my other one open, so in case if something bugs out with the chat. My Twitch chat was like frozen. I looked at it, clicked at it, and it's like, oh, stream's not even there. So you heard me twice because I pressed it. Cover the blueprint. All right. Be good. There we go. We're all refreshed. We can see that. Yeah. Anyways, to the ads. It's like, so I even went through and I was like, you know, I was some comment on another video. I was like, reminded me of the Old Spice commercials, and those ones were fun. The Terry Crews ones, specifically the Terry Crews ones. I say that's when Old Spice peaked.
We're here in search of
I'll
lost
die on that
artifacts
hill.
and items buried deep below the surface.
When the Terry
The scanner
Crews.
has picked up a target.
Oh,
Go
those
to
ones
the
were just so
dig
fun. Sweet. That's all they were. They're just fun. And then you didn't have to sell me the product. You just had to kind of sell me the idea. That's because I think that's what they forget now is you gotta sell you the idea, not the product, you know? I guess that's how you should do it. That's the same thing like video game ads used to be. I think that's why I hate trailers now, because like, oh, look at this, it looks so... No, sell me the fun idea of your video game while showing me your, you know... What is it? The, best you can with your gameplay. Actually show your fucking gameplay, though, of what it would look like. Looking at you, No Man's Sky, Watch Dogs, and what was it? The Division games? Dude, I hate the Division ones the most. Remember that one. Because all the Division games are so... with their trailers, and when they show the quote-unquote... Let me pretend I'm doing the air quotes with my fingers. The real gameplay, live gameplay, are fucking scripted as hell, and it's annoying. Like, every time I saw those, and they did it for both games, the 1 and 2, I didn't know if that was the... They had the, in-game AI scripted so well that it sounded like they were real, or if it were people. Because I could see that it was mostly acting and not... Because they never... And when things got intense, it's like they didn't reflect the intensity of the game. Every game I've played, when I play with friends and we're talking, you can hear the intent that when the game's getting intense for us. Even if someone can keep themselves collected. Yeah. Oh. I'm sorry, those ones pissed me off. Every time when E3 was around and they had that, I never thought it was... it was a group party. I thought it was the in-game AI just had a good way of speaking to each other and making you feel immersed. You could say, no, it was... No, that's... how scripted it was, and it was a little more annoying than not. Let me grab a cell from guys. The next one, so I have a good head start. Yeesh. Also, I get burned out with the trailers and ads. Like, one game, somebody reminded me of this, and I remember the game. What was it? The Evolution. Was it?
Is ready to go.
Oh.
Keep it powered and protected from enemy fire.
Evolve. Oh yeah, Evolve. Anyone remember that game, Evolve? Now, sometimes it was a little balancing because sometimes the humans were more powerful than the monsters. Oh wait, I jumped the gun before I could explain it. So, you know, you played a game where there's a team of humans and then there was a monster. Right? And the monster would go around, you know, basically going around destroying things and collecting things so it could evolve and then destroy, like, a power core or something, and then that's how the monster would win. The human's job was to track down the monster and kill it. A lot of times the humans would win in the game, but it's... I will say, like, that, its advertisement did tell you what was happening in the game. But why did it fail? I do think it failed because, one, they did not know how to keep it supported. Two, they only had 3 monsters. They never introduced another one. One of the monsters was locked behind a pre-order, so nobody could really enjoy that one. I don't remember if it was that easy to unlock the characters in the game. I don't think it was. I probably could have farmed it, too. At the end of the day, like, the best one was the... You always had to make sure you had the one person that had the shield and the dog that could track. Yeah, there's several things that could have been done better with the game. It's just been so long, so I can't, like, say, oh, hey. Right? So. Oh, someone's trying to contact me. I have to see that after this. So. Yeah, the game was... At the end of the day, it was a fun game, but there's so much more they could have done. They could have, I think they could have even added it so that the monster could have had help with one other player, but that one other player would control, like, what is it? Not another large monster, but spawn to help distract the hunters. I think that would have been yeah, this, like, the idea of that game, and then now nobody tries to pursue that idea because the one time it failed. But I believe if somebody could look at it a bit better than I am right now, analyze it, they could, we could get a better game in the end of the day. You know? Because I still like the idea. It could, the idea is fun. You hunt, because none of it's AI. It's just hunt. Oh, yeah, that's the other one I thought of too. The player could have AI that, because thered be like, you know, obstacles and barriers in the way, but there wasn't really like any enemies that could help the player monster. They could distract them. And a lot of it was like, if you're a good monster, it would go down to, are you really good at escaping and eluding the players? Now, not everyone was good at that, because the majority of rookie players could easily track down a monster, but not a lot of rookie monsters could not easily evade the players. I think there's other side modes and missions, but the core gameplay is basically what I said. It could have been done so much better, and gotten full experimental with it. The other thing I think is they could have added, this sometimes will help your game. If you add just a basic campaign so people can learn the mechanics on their own at their own pace. That's why I defend campaigns, because a player can go in, learn the game mechanics at their own pace, and then go online and play with other people. Right? Just be a simple campaign. You don't have to go forward. It just can be like a little fun story.
Extraction is available.
You can even use a basic story if you have. All right, let's get to extraction. Oh yeah, I mean, in defense of the campaign, this is why I liked at least that Halo Infinite. It kind of died out for me for multiple reasons, even though I played a bit of the campaign and enjoy it. Halos 1 through 4, I'll always rag on 3 because I think it's overrated as hell. And I'll die on that hill. Especially after Halo 2's story. That's a different discussion. But what I do, Halos 1 through 4, this also includes Reach, is I'd play online a bit. At first, the first thing I do is I'd go through and I'd play the campaign, because Halo's always had a good campaign. Even the people that don't like Halo 4, Halo 4's campaign I thought was really good. I'm going towards the wrong objective. Halo 4 had a great, you know, it was a good campaign, good storytelling, had a great villain that they ended up killing off in a comic line. Where am I? Oh, there's a fork in the road. Because Didact was a pretty good one. They should have set him up. They had all this storytelling, so you could be invested in that along with the gameplay. It was pretty good. You play through that, then I'd go to online. If I got bored of online, I'd play a couple missions of campaign. I liked having Spartan Ops and the firefight, and that was in Reach, and then Spartan Ops that was in Halo 4. I even liked that they had a thing where you could queue up and you could be thrown into multiple players. This only was in Reach. And in Reach, you'd be thrown in. And so for Reach, keep jumping, skipping over stuff. For Halo Reach, you could queue up with some people, a bunch of random people, and you guys would just play through the campaign missions together. Like, they never did that again after Reach, and it was fun. So if you didn't have a bunch of friends, you could just queue up with a bunch of random people and then just blow through the game.
Almost as if someone's trying to speak to me in my own language. This new theorem is equally full of gaps. Please, find more proof fragments.
Ugh. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to tell some people something they're looking at. Oh, all right. Got that. Oh, okay. So, oh yeah, we gotta craft it. Duh. Okay, sorry if I went too quiet there. It's talking about Halo. Okay, this. Oh, good. We got the right amount of neurotics. God. Neurods. Oh, 11 hours, so we can't finish the Limbo quest. Because we have to wait for this to be finished! This one took so fast, but this one takes forever. I hate that with some of these quest things. I knew I should have started the Limbo one yesterday. I mean, I didn't think I had enough. Okay, so, well... Now what do I want to do? I mean, I got the Saturn. It'll always put me there because of the main one. Take a look. And I know Saturn is now like a skill curve, I noticed. Oh yeah. I just hate it when it's a main quest thing and it's like... Yeah! And they're like, well, I gotta wait tomorrow to finish the quest. Capture... Exterminate... exterminate. PT. Okay, oh yeah, I remember exactly what I was talking about before I had to check them. I see what you did, Roberon. I remember. I forgot I left my friend's thing on. You're okay for now, but yeah, I remember that I had my friends on and not the solo only. It should be all right for now. Alright, that's you. Yeah, you're fine. For now. I do try to schedule it though to have more of the community days. I do enjoy playing a bit. Well, back to what I was talking about was it Halo. Yes, it was Halo. So, Halo 1 through 4, including Reach, all that. Fun campaigns, so it was easy to jump in and out of all those. Halo 4 had Spartan Ops, they never brought that back in any other one, or like refined it to make it better. Some stupid reason. Anyways, I like those, some of the co-op campaigns, so it's fun. Halo 5. Ooh, boy, Halo 5, well that's a fun one. They panned up this idea of a great campaign. That's a key word, by the way. The idea of a great campaign. The open world. Well, that was in Halo Infinite, and I think they should. I mean, I like the illusion of an open world in ODST because that was pretty decent. But I'm not getting into Infinite because I didn't play it enough because reasons. But I'm going to focus on Halo 5. Like, Halo 5, still linear like the other games. They panned up the idea to be like a Halo 2 where you'd play a I mean, there was a little bit more Arbiter missions than Master Chief missions, but they were balanced in between each other, right? They balanced this whole idea, the Hunt the Truth campaign. Really great campaign. They had this, like, radio-type podcast thing where you'd follow this diary of a journalist called Benjamin Joro, and then they'd have another person that would follow after that. The whole thing, Hunt the Truth. So the idea was that Chief went AWOL, and the game was supposed to tell you why he went AWOL once it happened. Playthrough, you wouldn't know why he was going AWOL. And then Locke would obviously, you know, be hunting him because neither he wouldn't know why Chief went. Oh yeah, 5 is forgettable. Right now, right? So so my idea was when you got in the game, you'd play some missions as Chief, and for Chief, as you would play as Chief, you would
You are surrounded by Grineer Marines.
you would see that oh yeah, I might have skipped it. It's a good one to skip. So my idea of what they thought was, as Chief, you'd play through, so you would see the truth with Chief, right? But Locke would only have what basically Oni, the UNSC, told him, right? So then you know there'd be a whole conspiracy. Like, Chief's no longer our hero; he's now our. That's kind of what they panned up. I thought the campaign would be you play some as Chief.
You have been nominated. Your glory awaits
right?
in your fortress.
So you go, oh, and then you play through and you go like, oh, that's why Chief is going AWOL, because it's this, he's trying to save. The idea was, you know, when it showed in the game, I thought he was trying to, you know, figure out how to fix or save Katana at the end of the day. Or that there was something greater that, you know, nobody else was focusing on that he recognized. And that's why Blue Team followed him, because they trust him. And then as Locke, you would hunt Chief. You'd go, and you wouldn't know. So they go through the whole game, and then you do that, and then at the end, like, Locke would get an understanding, and then they should have, you know, had a final mission where, you know, if you were playing co-op, it was Chief as player 1, you know, Locke as player 2, whatever, right? That never happened. That's what I thought they were trying to pan up. Or that there's 2 side missions like Halo 2 had, where Chief goes one area and, like, you know, Arbiter went other area to do the same thing with Locke. Never happened. There's maybe 3, 4, 5 might be pushing it of missions of Chief, and the rest were all Locke and Team Osiris. Oh, I liked Buck from Team Osiris. Locke wasn't bad, and I think they killed him off, which is sad because of how Halo 5 was received. Yeah, it is funny. So I never got. So it was hard for me to go back, and they had a lot of decent mechanics in that game that made it that elevated the gameplay of Halo, right? And I believe, you know, those mechanics are fine, and I had a hard time getting them. But so when I'd go online, I'd get my ass kicked because I wouldn't know how to deal with them, because I didn't want to replay that campaign ever. Here's another added level. Halo Reach. I even played a little bit of 3 at the end of its thing. But Halo Reach, Halo 4 I'll focus on. I go into multiplayer matches, maybe once in a while to get disconnected, right? Halo 5. Almost all the time I get disconnected. And other times I'd get disconnected. I'll make sure I put that solo for now. You're fine, Roboron. Don't feel bad. And so I'd play those. What's that going on with Reach 5? But yeah, and I'd get the disconnection in Halo 5. I'd get disconnected. One of the fun games they never brought back in Halo Infinite, and I think they should have done it better with the what is it? The fucking rec system should have been more like a Battlefront, what EA did with Battlefront 2, or the original Battlefront 2, of how you unlock it. You can unlock these ones, and then you can use them, but you have to get to a certain point in Infinity. That's what they should have done, not what end up being a microtransactions for loot boxes. Anyways, Warzone, I liked Warzone. I thought it was fun. You had these big lobbies of a bunch of players, and then there'd be AI spawned in within that, right? That could be an obstacle. These were fun, and then, you know, other people would bring in their vehicles and whatever. Yeah, Halo 5 Warzone was great. It was like a big team battle, but even more chaotic. They even had a Firefight Warzone, which was like a larger lobby of a classic firefight, which I would love that to come back too. It was so fun, and I'd play it, and I'd start doing good, crash every fucking time. It would crash every time, disconnect, and I get pissed off because I'm like, I started to do good, and then it crashed. It'd do that a lot more with that, and then I just stopped playing because I preferred the Warzone game mode over the other ones because I thought it was fun. Eventually, I know I'd get friends and stuff would play other ones, because the other game mode I like is Infected. That one's a pretty fun.
This is a
Infected,
rescue
flood,
mission.
zombie.
We need
I
to
call it.
find and
I like it when they
liberate
call it
hostage
flood
before
because
King Kong
honestly,
comes to them.
it makes the most sense for Halo to call its game mode flood because of the flood. Yeah, and keep in mind, I never had that problem with Reach, Halo, or Halo 4. Even 3 near its end of the cycle, I didn't have the disconnection issue. But it would always be, and custom games, it wouldn't happen all the time. Once I found some friends and they're like, hey, and I even told them that.
Leave without rescuing the
Disconnect
prisoner.
every
Keep
fucking
searching.
time. That's what, and all that crap pushed me away from Halo 5. And keep in mind, that's when I had my worst internet connection. I believe I played Halo 5 once or twice when I got the current internet connection I have, and it still did it. So I knew it wasn't just me, it had to be them. Yeah. Halo Infinite, all the times I played online, did not have that issue. So, there's that. Oh, Halo Infinite. That one could have still used some of the stuff from Halo 5, and I mean, it had its other stuff too that I enjoyed. Halo Infinite. Now, what went wrong with Infinite? I'll tell you that now. Halo 5 didn't launch with Forge, and that hurt it. I still say it hurt it. But when Halo Infinite was coming around, they said, guys, we're not launching Forge with it. I said, that's going to hurt you. I was right. But but when Halo 5, it was a little more of a grace than Halo Infinite, because Halo 5 already had the regular custom games, and you could do that and get
Stay
your friends with
focused.
that.
There's a heavy unit approaching.
It had decent handful of maps for big team and everything else in game modes. It had Warzone, like I said. Warzone Firefight would come way later on after the Forge. Oh yeah, I'm getting there, Jesse. However, I played I was a part of the Insider program. I played the Halo Infinite. When I played it, I'm like, okay, this game's solid. It's got where it's going. It has a small selection of maps, obviously, because it's, a playtest thing, right? Get there, game comes out. And I thought, limited games and stuff, all right, because that's the Insider. It's basically the beta test. They just want to see it. Game comes out with the campaign. Campaign and all, There's no new added maps. Half the game modes and custom games that you like aren't there. And some people wanted to try to do free-for-all, set up those things, other things with custom games. It wasn't working well for them. This hurt Halo more than anything else. Because Halo, outside of... And then, obviously no Forge, so people couldn't create other game mode maps and stuff to accommodate for their lackluster maps. I mean, So, people went through, it had its spike, because everybody played campaign. People enjoyed the campaign. I played a bit of the campaign, but I eventually got dried out. And yes, this was during my burnout phase last year with games. I don't think this helped it either when I'm talking about it. But drove everyone away. Drove me away. I still haven't touched Infinite since really much last year. They tried doing all these stupid other things with it. They did do, obviously, stupid pandering crap. That wouldn't have hurted it or made it anyways, but I think they try to think, all that all for our bullshit. It never did. But, was it Reach? Did it release earlier this year? Or was it the end of last year? I don't even know. Wait, did I say Reach or Forge? Forge. Sorry. And then people went in it and made all these spectacular things. I'm like, that's great. Should have been there at launch. I went on a rant on my channel. You can find it in my archive channel. I'll even put that here. I don't have the link right now. You can find it in my archive channel. I even left it on there when I thought Halo Infinite was doing good once it came out, right? I was like, oh, no. And I'm like, you know what? I'll leave it there because if I was wrong, people can say, go back and say, hey, you were wrong. If I was right, because I wasn't too ashamed of being wrong with that. If I was, I wasn't. I said Halo should be delayed. And I'm blaming the fans on this one because they did the same thing to Cyberpunk. Yeah, I know Coria said, you know, the story, whatever. At the end of the day, a game should be judged by its gameplay and its story. Everything else should be ironed out, right? Friend only mode is solo mode for like 99% of the time. Alright, Robron. So, the last game, I mentioned this on Zod stream once we actually, the other day, once we actually got to the PlayStation talk.
Stay focused.
I'm not getting into that. Anyways. The last game, I actually told everyone that everyone decided sucked because it sucked, and not because it was broken, not because it was missing things like Halo, like Cyberpunk 2077, Halo, and Halo Infinite, was Death Stranding. I don't know what game it was before that, but that was the last one you could do. Because it was made by a guy that does care about video games, which was Kojima. Video games have always been on a budget, Robron. I could get to that later, and deadlines. But people managed to give us solid games for the longest time.
You are
Now,
approaching the holding area. Careful. If the Wardens detect you,
okay, I gotta be careful here.
the execution sequence.
So, Death Stranding. I never played Death Stranding. I don't think I will because it doesn't look exciting at all. It looks kind of boring, tedious. Now, Kojima even agreed with his fans that yeah, it sucked because he's like yeah, it sucked. And he said, but he admit that he didn't bully the fans or anything, which is something common across the entertainment industry today for some reason. Fans said it sucked, and he's like, all right, he's like, you know what, it does suck. If I didn't deliver, you know, I should have, you know, done some, I should have, you know, but there was things where people showed like the early leak things and then what it was, and it looked better than the early leak. Right? Ow!
You need to get them back to command in one piece. Find your way to the exits.
I figured he died with that electricity. So we could everyone could go and say, hey, this game, did I not? I thought I activated this. Ugh. Ew. Okay. So everyone went in, they said, well, this game's not fun, it's not enjoyable. It worked well, it looked good. People said, nope, it's not, it's bad because we didn't enjoy it. At Cyberpunk, some people say, you know, the story wasn't good in the long run. When it comes to RPGs, I have a hard time distinguishing that unless I can play it for myself, but I can't if the game's broken. So, it is what it is. Halo Infinite sees a campaign missing other content around, so you can't really, so that's how you judge the game, is in missing content. Now, if it had all that content, and stuff, would people enjoy it? Halo 5, people knocked, I told you I had my issues with it, but a lot of people didn't like the campaign.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
And yeah, there was a lot of it where Halo 5 looked worse than Halo 4. I don't know how. Then there was No Man's Sky where people were like, well, they said they could do this and you can't do that. Goes out. Watch Dogs. People proved that it looked worse than what they were showing, and it was worse all around. So that's how these things got judged. Some of these games, you know, I still haven't been able to play, and it makes me wonder if they ironed out everything. They managed to iron out the game just a little bit. just give the iron out. Give it exactly what they do. They did exactly what they need to do. Would people judge the game based on its gameplay and its story? I would say yes. Right now, Overwatch 2 is getting its flack because they said they were going to do a PvE, and they're like, nope, now we're not doing it. That was their whole thing they advertised on. And yeah, whoops. Wasn't paying attention to my health. Then you got that. So now people are judging Overwatch 2 based on, well, they didn't add the PvE we asked for years. Now we can't really judge the game and just, well, you could judge it, but would it have been a decent PvE or not? No one will know now. And I gotta find it again, or as the guy talked about, too. Dead Space, the first Dead Space.
I'm bleeding out.
They had all the deadlines they had to hit, and they had the budgets and constraints there, and they still managed to deliver with that game by the end of the day. Lot of game companies did. I don't know how it works, the system works right now, or how it was, but they managed to get those deadlines and get everything in. And there was an animation that almost broke them, that tentacle monster that it's only one time grabs you. They needed to have that in, and they had a hard time with the animation. They figured out a process, and they told all their friends in the industry too how to do it. And the part of this process is they broke it down in sections. They went here and here, and until each part got done. Oh, he doesn't even have my secondary weapon. Once they broke it down on all those sections, they got what they needed. Okay, let's keep going. And then, you know, they even canned things just so they could have this, you know, what would become an iconic scene in the game. They got through the deadlines. And this old rule, and this became a staple within Silicon Valley, and it was created by Atari. They said, you had your hours in the week, you could show up at any time and do it. Did this staple get abandoned in Silicon Valley? And for the gaming industry? Yes, there were crap Atari games. Keep in mind, this was the mindset they had for the good ones too. And this lasted for years. So you had your times and you put them in during the week. You could come in at any time you want, day or night, right? Shine or not. Is this formula abandoned, or is it still there? Because you should do that. All right, I'm gonna take a break, and then I'm also going to kind of explain. Oh yeah, I see you talking around about the games gotten bigger, budget static, people get greedy. That factors in too. So I'm gonna take a quick break. I gotta use the restroom. I think I'm gonna talk about my time constraints of something else that I had. So have this be our back screen and a little ad, and I'll continue talking about the what's it when I get back if I remember. That dog went on his damn rant. Hopefully he remembers it. And you're still trying to sell the audience on this blinker fluid? Well, yeah, man. Yeah, why not? Let's do it. Oh, fuck. No, I'm not selling him the blinker fluid. Come on, blinker fluid. Oh, he's blinking. I told you again, it's not. Use code BLINK to get the f***. Shut up, dude! Blinker fluid's not real. Will be one day. One day. All right, let's let me move this. Back to the rant, I guess. Which changed what I was actually going to do with the talk about with the stream. Oh, this is good. I got something to talk about. So, here we go. Oh yeah, we're just playing through now because we can't have to wait 12 hours for... Alright, so... I was, when I went through school, I was a part of First Robotics. Now, some things have changed yet, but at the end of the day, you still have a due date. When I went through, you were given the task and shown what your robot had to do, and you had to build a robot to do and complete those tasks in the time span of 6 weeks. At the end of the 6 weeks, you're supposed to bag your robot, and you couldn't touch it until competition day. Us and several other teams... Keep in mind, at the time, there was like over 5,000 teams, maybe not all active, but there's over 5,000 teams across the globe that had to do the exact same thing as us. The majority of people could do it. And people are going to get mad at me because crunch times and stuff. How come current video game companies can't do that? How come? I want to know. Like, you could still have due dates and stuff, but I know there's open world stuff, so there shouldn't be... I think what it should be when it comes to, like, other games nowadays, they should, like I said with the Dead Space, it should be cut off in sections. Shouldn't look at these. Interception, not doing that. Mobile defense, could be fun. Capture. I should look at these to see if they have, that thing to upgrade my, Let's take a look. No. Ugh. Come on. No, nothing. So. Oh, fuck, I lost my train because I was trying to. What was it? Oh, don't remember my train of thought at all. Oh, yeah, section. Dead Space, sections. Now, you don't have to have an end date, due date, and never tell anyone you have that when you're in a game. Just, you're saying, hey, this project's been worked on. But as a company, you should say, it should be roadmap. I'm trying to do my best to roadmap my streams out today, and this one has broken whatever idea I think I kind of had, the blinker fluid jokes today, because I blink.
I can't do this without you.
But anyone roadmap, everything you watch, everything you do is roadmapped out. Now, I know, like, all your best games, everything was roadmap. Even albums and music will be roadmap. Music industry, at the end of the day, that's how you judge everything. Now, what's it said? There is no end game due date, right? But the first one should be, well, I don't know what the first one should be. Because you could do storyboard and whatever. Well, obviously you need a storyboard if it's story-centric. But let's say, gameplay-wise. So the first one should be, well, first we should get get an idea of what models we want in the game. How these, something like that. This is an example. It doesn't have to be this way. We get that and get all those done. Get them done by this date. So then we don't have to worry about it. And any of these things they can go back to and refine, because that would be like another refined state, right? Let's get these things, place them here, here, and here, and get that working. I think this is how Miyamoto does it for his games, because they created a software so people who designed the levels could kind of play it before the programmers could come in and style like the programmers fine-tune it. They could test that game. But you go in and like, okay, so we got this, and that. Now we can kind of get an idea of how it works. Programming team comes in, finishes it. We go to the next thing. And yeah, I know I've delayed myself and I forgot. And end of the month, my project isn't done. I got sidetracked with other things on one guy, but I think I'll get that going. I think I kind of wanted to rewrite it a bit too. But at the end of the day, I got the script and everything where I want it. So it gives you an idea. It gives you a goal.
Part of the corruption, and we are forced to act.
Ooh, I got the red veil going after me. So,
Still working on it. Continue to defend.
oh, the same. But yeah, people have when there's a goal they have in mind, it gives them a motivation and a drive. That's why I'm talking about end dates. They're like, I have a goal to get to here. I have a goal to get to there. I was watching my stuff for the streams. The one guy was talking about examples of how you do this when he was note keeping, which I've fallen behind on. He talked about how Jerry Seinfeld, when he was coming up in his career, he'd have a calendar and a notebook. I mean, there's other people that can do this too.
Terminal hacked.
So he'd go to his calendar and he put an X in it, but he only put an X in it if he wrote a joke for the day. He said 1 joke a day, right? Something that, you know, motivate him. Even if they weren't funny, he was writing something down to get him into that process. 1 joke a day, keep writing, keep writing. So, and it pushed him and motivated him to keep going and keep doing better.
Grenier are on the way.
Trying to think of other inspirational stories that I know about.
And prepare to defend.
Everyone's always done things to better themselves throughout history, and there's other.
This will take.
I can never think of all of them when I'm thinking of it. But every artist you have, they push themselves and make sure they can do that. I think I have an eye. Was it Thomas Hackey? I remember reading the song "Bleed." He almost thought he couldn't play. He almost thought he couldn't play it live, or he could only do it in sections with recording, because he had a hard time doing it. Yeah, the guy who even wrote it had a hard time playing that song. Not just drummers who try to recreate what he did. I can't load that up, but it's a very like foot driven with a rhythm. With the rhythm patterns in a groove, and it changes up throughout the whole song. But he kept pushing, kept getting the goal. It's like, if I can do this, and now they play it live, and it's one of the, you know, the is it Sugar they call it, or I'm not a big fan. But he managed to get that so that people enjoy it. The fans can enjoy that song live. That's something that was nearly impossible, he believed.
We are finished here.
But he got it, and he plays it. Kept pushing. He had a goal of mine, and he got there. He play it live now. Even I believe he even had to change up his technique of playing so he could do that. Things. I've done things, and I've had goals of where I want to do when I've drummed, and I change up. I've changed up things with how I've streamed because I have that goal of, well, I want to become a very large.
Get ready to defend.
At the end of the day, I want to become a large streamer. You can't do anything unless you learn new techniques or try other things.
This will take a moment.
I know it's kind of driven from whatever point I was doing. I was trying to figure a way to wind up that combo and go to a different one. I'm sorry. I am not a social person. Don't worry. I'm talking about goals. Gotta have a goal in mind. That's what gets you there at the end of the day. And that's been my motivation. I want to become one of the largest male VTubers out there. It's a long road. I will be getting down, but I'm like, wake up every day. That's my eventual end game. I do have mini goals in between, but that's my end goal. The next year, I want to at least get an average. No, at least get, you know, moderate people talk. Right now, I want to get, you know, people talking, and then one day I'd say, oh yeah, 10 average, and then to the partnered. I think I gotta abandon some of these Saturn missions until I can get the thing to upgrade the mags. Mods.
Odds were against
But-
us, Tenno, but we did it.
Yeah.
Mission complete.
So one day I don't think I'll ever get a model until I'm comfortable enough to say I'm in this for good, because that's an investment. Damn, I'm dying. Should have abandoned Saturn because I'm not ready. I mean, my weapons are good, but hey. I'll get there one day. Get the goal. But these things is what I wake up, it's what pushes me. Heck, I'll even say you guys showing up even pushes me. Just a little bit. You have to have something in mind that keeps pushing you every day. Because that's why, like, you know, there's those awards, those trophies. Sometimes I don't, but my own personal accomplishments are more rewarding than somebody else's rewards or accomplishments, you know? Like, I want to get here, get there, and I get there, and I got there. Always have those goals in mind, and I think if we do that, we can be better for majority of things in the entertainment industry. Because I was talking like the music, is I'm pretty, because I've seen it in the storyboard. Most people write, well, we want these couple of songs, right? We're making an album, so we gotta make songs. A lot of albums will bring you through a story or a journey, right? So how do each of our songs portray that emotion that we go through, and so you bring them on this journey. The rest of them is then lyric writing, songwriting, and then it's the recording phase. There's the demo phase, and then there's the actual recording phase, and after that there's a mixing phase, so then it all blends together nicely. So that's a better one of explaining the segments. You want to do that. When I had my robots, I kind of went dry because I lost my train of thought. So like robots, you had each phase. You had a design phase, a build phase, make sure it drove, and all that. Everything else was refinement. Don't know what is going on in the video game industry where they can't do that anymore, but it should be a similar process. And I will crap on the publishing I mean, there's developers, there's publishing. We don't know if, you know, it's the same way where, you know, people lie to their boss to say something's better. We don't know if that happens. And I can't say it does happen because I don't know anything about it. But I just don't shy away from it happening anywhere. But where the point where the dev team should be like, hey, we're here, and then the publishing team should be going in and saying, this game is clearly not working. We're not releasing it. And what playtesters, I believe there should be blind playtesters for games. If they have regular ones and then it's their job. Well, no, blind playtesting, probably the best thing you could do. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to finish some other missions here. Like, no interception, disruption, can't do that. Some of these aren't, you know, I'm not ready for. But I want to do a fissure. Losing train of thought every time. But yeah, I think I've completely lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. I believe we can just better ourselves with everything, you know? Comes to
The enemy is at our
games,
doorstep. We
entertainment.
must defend our equipment until reinforcements
Oh
arrive.
yeah, let's talk about blind testing, because a blind people who are going in blind and it's all they are is being paid to test it and then give their honest opinion. Yeah, and then they won't be or have a judge or being fired because it's basically like a freelance type thing. You can go in, be brutally honest, and they'll go, huh. Now, there's a thing when,
Reinforcements are in
my examples for this is,
the line.
when it goes blind and it's anonymous, I can be, now, I never read the stuff and I don't think anyone read it too, but when we were in school, is when it comes to this is why I hate when people are like, what is your honest opinion on something? Because I'm either extremely brutal or something, or I'm extremely kiss ass if I like it. And we had these things with the writing, and sometimes they're stupid. You know, people would like use words, or they wouldn't. There was one time somebody was comparing like fucking European cars, but the European cars were like a Ferrari and Lamborghini to like basically a Chevy Impala. Like, that's a horrible comparison, because you're like these super luxury cars, high-end cars, to basically what would be a family vehicle. Like, you know, somebody who doesn't have a lot of money. But I fucking got pissed off. I tore that person open. I don't even think they read it, but that was a horrible. That was horrible. I'm like, that's a horrible comparison. Like, who the fuck would compare? I'm like, you compare a Lamborghini and a Ferrari to a fucking Chevy Impala, or like interior looks and speed. Well, no shit, they're going to be better. They also cost a shit ton more. You start comparing a BMW to that. I don't think the BMW is any better. Yeah. But it's like what? I'm like, the only other thing I was thinking was like, are they fucking gonna start comparing them to Lincolns and Lexus? Nope. It was just that. I don't think it was Impala basically, but that's like the low end I saw was basically something that would be compared to an Impala or like a Toyota Camry. Which, by the way, we're comparing this on build quality and everything. Camry might not look like it. It might not, you know, look like it on the inside. It might not look like it on the outside, but the Camry will drive both of those to the ground. Here's why. Here's why. Yeah, see, I got to a car. Here's why. Most of my shit I know is from my brother being a mechanic. Here's why the Camry will drive the Lamborghini and the fucking Ferrari to the ground. And this happens more than once. But here's the one. Was it my brother's friend? Was it my brother or was his friend? I think it's both ways. This guy came in, believed his Camry was kind of misfiring. It wasn't going good, but it was still running pretty well, right? So they look at the Camry. They open it up. You know what they found in the Camry? And this Camry still, and these fuckers, it takes forever to kill these motherfuckers. There was a hole in the engine. So the replacement would be a whole new engine, which at that point you'd probably pretty much want to buy a new car. Car was still working just fine, so the guy was like, nope, to the fixing and drove out. Those motherfuckers will have a hole. Do you want reliability? Them Toyotas are reliable. Okay. Like, shouldn't knock on it being Japanese, whatever, but a lot of their factories are in America, and that's why they say American made. But they'll have a fucking hole in the engine, and that bitch was still running. Hey, Space Deer, how you doing? I tell people the story. I'm like, you want fucking get a damn Camry? Holy crap! Right, the old '90s one. I'm not sure about the new ones. But that's also like a good joke of they don't build them like they used to. I love that story, like when he tells it. It's funny. The only other story that I have is funnier than that is this story. You guys are gonna love this story. And this now, yeah, I'm going back to music and concerts. 2019. I was at a Struts concert with my brother, my dad, and my best friend, right? So we all paid our own tickets at our own way. You know, my friend, he had to go up and they'd hand him the ticket there. So for ground floor at the time, it was $25. For the upper balcony seatings, it was $40. Okay? Okay, brace yourself for this. This guy goes up to that booth that my friend was at earlier so he could have his ticket. And he was like, and I wouldn't even do this, by the way, if this happened to you, or I'd just play it off. This guy bought tickets off a scalper. Alright? He asked them if these are, just double checking if they're legit or not, and whatever. If they're not, you got it from a scalper, so if you get screwed, fucker. He said these are the best seats in the house. Keep in mind, I told you ground floor would be the best seats because you could get up there, or, you know, the seating ones were 40. And VIP experience was maybe 80 or something per person. Right? Obviously, it wasn't the VIP experience because the VIP people were already in. Oh, my eye, it just... Okay. You ready for this? The price of these tickets. The price he paid for these tickets from the scalpers. $400. Everyone who was in earshot in the line had to bite their fucking tongue. Because we tried so hard not to laugh at this motherfucker in his face. But once he walked away, people in front of us, people behind us, is like, how much you paid for yours? I'm like, I got 25 bucks. Yeah, 25 bucks each for each person. Motherfucker paid 400 bucks, I think, in total for whatever tickets he had. But them tickets weren't 400 fucking dollars. This dude got screwed, and I don't know, because, you know, he get there. I don't know if he even got in. But everyone was trying so hard not to laugh, and this happened years ago. But we almost bring it up every time we go to a damn concert, because we don't know if we'll ever see it again. Because it was the funniest shit ever. $400, dude. And this wasn't a large venue either. I actually could tell you which one it was at the time. It was the Palace Theater in St. Paul. Like, it wasn't a fucking arena. It wasn't a stadium. Where that one, you know, would be closer, $400 in total. It was a small venue. Smaller venue. So, why are you paying $400? I don't know. We still find it funny. We always say, the best seats in the house. What were the best seats? The balcony or the ground floor? Dude, it's just... I don't know. That'll never not be funny. To me, at least. Like, would any of you pay $400 for a small venue ticket? Even if it was quote-unquote best seats in the house? I wouldn't. If it was sold out, I'd say, well, it's a lost cause. At that point, right? God, I'm shitting. It's like, always. Sorry, it's always funny. And I like telling the story because that motherfucker got screwed. You know which, no matter what way you tell me or no matter which way you spin it, that guy got fucked. Oh yeah, I was having trouble with that one because I'm not ready. I need to find that blueprint for the, what is it? I gotta see what it is. To upgrade the Meg, so I can get the mod slots upgraded. So like here actions. Yeah, an Orokin reactor. I'll have anything to make an Orokin reactor, but I need that because I need to obviously upgrade this, and I need to upgrade that. Especially need to upgrade the shield capacity. Everything else is doing a decent with the hitting, but not that. The Thief Swift is fine. Holy crap. I need to get these upgraded. I think I can actually upgrade that one a couple. What is it? Redirection will... 1, 2, 3, 4. So that one should still be fine. But I want to be able to max it out, right? I can't max it out until I get stuff. Yeah. So. Yeah, and that's why I'm not really that interesting of a person either, because I got that was one of the funnier stories. I don't remember a lot of my uncle's stories. Some of them I wouldn't repeat. Some of them I don't. God, best things. But a lot of weird crap happens to my uncle. So he's got a lot of good storytelling. You know, like a magnet for weird shit. So he has a lot of interesting stories. Some of them I can't tell you because it's in due to his name and stuff, and I'm not telling you my uncle's name first or last. Sorry. There are a few funny ones he's had with that. There's yeah. The other one I want to say, because I don't know if that would be the whole story is pretty much fine. But the one thing I'm not going to mention because it could be too much for Twitch, I don't know. But yeah, I'll keep it at that. Yeah, there's a lot of them. Like, I'm not sure if they're appropriate for Twitch, so I'm just gonna play it safe. That's why I can't tell you some of my uncle's stories that I remember. I think they're fine because it's just the words. But yeah, I'm not gonna try. You got a lot of good stories though. A lot of things to chew up. I will say though, like that my uncle, no, guy I know, always smile, always has these stories, finds ways to make you laugh, cheer you up, right? I've seen him cry once. This is when, you know, reality becomes reality and you understand, everything becomes real. He cried once. I will now explain why he cried once. My aunt died 2017. Sometime after Christmas on her way, after she got back home. Now there's other things we should have done an autopsy, but this is where it comes to certain falling out within the family, people finding out who everyone's really is, right? Not getting into that. A year later, on the date, we had her buried at the our local church because they have a thing, and you know, my grandma could easily get to it so she could visit her daughter. She's gone too now. Now, there was snow on the ground everywhere at her official funeral and at her burial. I put her in there and stuff. Everyone started walking away. I kind of hung back a bit. Next thing I know, like, most people are gone. And the next thing I know is this guy that I always known has a big smile, everything. Always found ways to cheer everyone up, right? And keep in mind, my aunt was his older sister. She was pretty much an older sister to all of her siblings except for one, which was my one uncle who was the oldest. But my uncle that I'm telling you about, I believe he's the second youngest, and my mom would be the youngest. All this love, all this happiness I've seen. I get grabbed and he's crying, and we're both end up, you know, crying into each other. Now, I know that's a little down, I don't know if I'm talking before, but that kind of gets to you that this is real. When things like that, that's when it's real, because I've never known my uncle to cry, and I've never seen him cry again around that. Granted, I know that's his sister and stuff, but it's like, yeah. And people talk about stuff. I think it's fine to be emotional, but it's also, you do need to be strong at times.
Look what we just uncovered.
Like, this goes for anyone. You can be emotional, but there's times where you do have to be strong for others. And I do one more. Yeah, I'll do one more. Excavation. When you do that, and the reason why you have to be strong for those, some people, is because sometimes there are people that aren't strong enough and they need your strength. You can be emotional anytime, but there's those that need your strength. Like my uncle. I don't know, when I think about it, my first death, yeah, Death Downer. But my story, my point is being strong for everything, okay? Keep that in mind. My grandpa was my first death, but it was also my younger brother's first experience with death as a whole. I mean, I've sat at funerals when people I knew when I was very little, but I didn't, understand, right? Or know those people. Grandpa's first death happened in July 6th. He officially died July 6th, 2015. Around Independence Day, and he's yes, he is a veteran, so that's why I visited him this past weekend. That's why I was talking. It was a memorial past week was Memorial Week. Why not? Now, I remember crying and other stuff at points where I had to be strong. And one of the reasons why I had to be strong, the younger brother who... I think he was still in elementary school at the time, too. Maybe. He was very young compared to me at the time. I was high school. The other older brother was going off to college at the end of it. And there'd be times where during that stuff he'd turn around and cry. Now I'd cry and stuff too, but when you're your older brother, you kind of have to be strong for him at those points. Because you know, you have to be strong for him so he can cry because he doesn't know what to do. And my aunt, tell you about that too, she was there. That was my dad's, you know, father. Other side of the family, but there's several people I know that were there to be strong. They could be inspiration, so they, you know, can be there. I'm having a hard time explaining this. What I'm trying to get at is you can be emotional, and it's fine to be emotional. Let them out. You can do it in private or amongst people you trust. There are, you know, some people, there's the blackmailing, that's a different story. But it's okay to be strong just as long as it is okay to be emotional. I believe strength is supposed to be for those people who aren't strong enough to handle it. So you can hold yourself and compose yourself. I remember when I talked about my aunt, she was my godmother at her funeral, I thought I'd break down. I mean, I had my brothers up there, so they were with me, or if they had anything to point, because there was a couple stories they had that involved them. I wanted to make sure I got them correctly. Oh, died because of the what's it? But they were there, and I was... Where the fuck am I supposed to go here? I had to sit strong. You need, and you know, and it can change who's going to be strong for who or whatever. But sometimes you need that so that someone can do that. Basically, cry on your shoulder. And yes, that is burying and stuff, but always make sure you have your time to. Now, if you cry on someone's shoulder, make sure that you are ready for them to cry on yours. Strong. Oh, I don't want to do this. I wanted to find the exit.
Excavator is ready to go. Keep it powered and protected from enemy fire.
Ugh.
An artifact has been
Why not?
Proceed.
Damn, I always do this. I always do this where I die down with what my talking points an hour in.
The excavator has run out
I think I'll
of power.
eventually get to one day of explaining my... fuck, I'm leaving. Where is it? One day I think I'll... Yeah, don't matter. The fucking... Shit, want to get out. I'll get one day. I think I'll get better explaining being stronger than another person. But I do believe people need to be strong as much as they can be emotional, and you shouldn't look down or frown upon either one. Right? Some people will all try to be the one over the other one. But I do say try to be stronger than you are more emotional. Oh, fuck. I think I need some water. I'll be right back. This will be a quick be right back. Just down the hall where the water is. So don't go anywhere. I'll be right back very Okay, I think I know how to conclude that. Strong or emotional. At the end of the day, someone probably going to have to look up to you or look to you to, you know, get them through something. So, yeah, I think it's great. I'm now trying to figure out what the besides me blinking. I should talk about me blinking. That's kind of in the title. So, I know I said, you know, the disconnection, it doesn't, but I can't remember the name. Not sponsored, but I do recommend it for anyone who kind of wants to just have a little icon. It is what is it? It's like Reactive Fujitech. That's how I do it. And then people join you there, they can have their it'll show their let's say go in and put a specific PFP in, it'll show their Discord icons and it'll glow up wherever you place it, obviously. But excuse me, I'm kind of enjoying it right now because it kind of seems stale that people, you know, you'd see it, there wouldn't be like much interactivity if I was talking. Oh, it's yeah. So, I think the defense is fine. So if anyone's trying to do that with their stream because they don't have like a lot of stuff, I recommend it. I think I will recommend it. I will recommend it. Almost sound like I said I won't. Anyone who's open-ended question. Does anybody like the glowing husky basically when I talk? I mean, you can say yes, no, I don't, or you know, you don't care. I'm fine with the I don't care answer because it just shows me like it doesn't bother you, but it doesn't make you go, whoa, wow, amazing either, you know. No, it's the neutral option. I'm always fine with the neutral options. Unless I start talking about Jedi and Sith and Star Wars. Always people are like, I'd be a great Jedi. I'm like, there ain't no fucking way you'd be a great Jedi. Yeah, people remind me about the, like, oh, I'd totally be one of the people that would not side with the NSDAP during the 30s. I would have helped the Jews. Like, sure you would have, bud. Everyone thinks they'd be like the hero or the neutral person, but at the end of the day, you probably aren't. Someone's end up going to be following the villains of the story, and some people are going to follow the so-called heroes of the story, or some people would actually have the insight and do it. And I always find that funny when people are like, I'd be a great Jedi because this. It's like, well, first off, Star Wars clearly states, like, the dark side corrupts, so if you tap into it even a little bit, then, yeah. Second of all, if you grew up in the Jedi Order, most likely you're not going to be a great Jedi because you'll probably believe the biases of the Jedi, unless you had more of a mindset thinking of Qui-Gon Jinn, Count Dooku, and at the time Yoda, before, you know, Dooku mentioned how Yoda got blinded to the corruption of the Republic. Because that's the whole reason why they have that thinking. Like, you would be only a great Jedi if you go around exploring the galaxy a lot and then you start seeing things for what they really are. Then you would be, or if you heavily butt heads with the Council. At the end of the day, that could have been Anakin, or he could have brought that in if he didn't fall to the dark side. Because it's also why Qui-Gon Jinn got denied the Council, if he had more of that mindset. But like, best Council members were Obi-Wan, Anakin, and Yoda. That didn't fall. They could have, you know, probably brought the Jedi Order to a better thing. But one of the things they always discourage on the Jedi that were found out in Luke and Legends and Yoda and Obi-Wan is they discourage against love because of the romance and the connections, and that would, when you die, it would hate and anger. Now, the best things with the Jedi is that it was found in Legend. I wish they'd actually bring it back to the. Is that love is fine, because that's kind of the story that George shows you in his 6 movies. Is that love is fine, and it's a light side trait more than a dark side trait. It's just it's just how to deal with the love and grief when you lose it. Which nobody was really there for Anakin besides Padme after his mom died. Especially right after he found him, so he went apeshit on those Tuskens. And then the other person that was there for him was Palpatine. But the thing is, it's overcoming the loss of a loved one you need to make sure. You need to make sure that hate, anger, the grief, it's the 5 stages of grief. Just denial, anger, bargaining, acceptance, depression, bargaining, and acceptance don't overcome you as a Jedi. Those emotions don't get the better of you. Because Luke, and this is the best in the trilogy. Vader, in episode 5, well, up to episode 5, Vader believed he lost everything. He believed he lost his wife, his best friend and mentor, Obi-Wan, because he was trying to get Obi-Wan to join him at episode 3, because he didn't want to kill Obi-Wan. He had Palpatine and him left, and Padme. Now, at the end of 3, he believed he lost his friend and mentor. Padme's dead, and he believes the kids are dead with her. So and his mom's been gone, so he has no one else except his other friend, which was Palpatine, and that's why he never killed Palpatine. He believes he lost everything. Turns out, in episode 5, he finds out he has a son. And, that's revealed at the end. Ooh, spoiler alert. Sorry if I ruined episode 5 for you. But this is helping my point. So when he fights Luke, just like when he fought Obi-Wan, he's not really trying to kill. When he fights Luke in episode 5, he could have easily taken out Luke in a few seconds. As fast as Obi-Wan did the Maul in Rebels. I don't care much for Rebels, but that as fast as that, he could have taken Luke out like that. And he even chopped Luke's hand off, right? I'm saying he could have done worse. Why didn't he do that? Well, because he knew he had someone. He knew that he didn't lose everything that day on Mustafar. There's someone there, I think my dog's coming, that he could say that was there for him. That he's like, I have something, my son is alive, not alone. Hold on, I gotta grab my dog. Huh? I think he's just moving around. As I was saying, with Vader and Star Wars with Vader, he refused to kill Luke because he wanted Luke to join him, because he didn't want to kill his son, his only son, his last connection to Padme and everything else. So he's like, nothing's totally lost. So he doesn't kill Luke. Now in episode 6, I think he still feels a bit that, but now Luke knows who Vader is, and Luke refuses to kill Vader because it's his dad. And he knows who is, and what he heard from, I don't want to do that, and what he heard from Yoda and Obi-Wan of how great the Jedi he was, and the good of a man he was. He's like, I know my dad's still there, he can be that person still. And he still, refuses to kill Vader, refuses to strike him down. Even refuses to, strike down Palpatine. Eventually Vader does once you get in there. And then as Vader's fighting Luke, he finds out that not only does he have a son, but he has a daughter.
Start by removing the coolant cells.
Right? They fight that, which brings us up to the key crucial moment and the whole saga. Yes, this is the key crucial moment. When Palpatine's electrocuting Luke, practically killing him, and it's been established in both Legends and current canon that Palpatine's electricity can pretty much disintegrate someone to kill them that way. Right? That's how powerful. Everything else is just him toying or torturing people, which he enjoys too. That's why he's called Darth Sidious, because he's the Saint, whatever. But in that moment, he's torturing Luke. He's torturing Luke. Luke's begging, asking, and Vader's watching Palpatine kill Luke. And he sits there and he thinks, the nose, whatever. I don't care I don't know why people complain about that. He sits there, like, this is my son. If Palpatine's killing my son right now, what's he gonna do to my daughter? These are all I have left. This is my legacy. This is all I have left. Everything I thought I lost everything with Padme and Obi-Wan. So he sits there, sees his son being tortured, and he basically does what any good dad would do, and basically sacrifice himself to protect his kids. Which he does. He does that, kills Palpatine. And that's his big turnaround, but he only did it because of what I'm going to circle back to, love. That's like one of the big, yeah, it's cheesy, it's corny, but you know, there's a lot of anime that does it, but it's one of the big things. It was always about love. And that's, I believe, the message that George wanted to show you in his movies, and that message is not there in the sequel trilogy. It is there in The Mandalorian season 1 and 2. The Mandalorian's love for Grogu. I haven't seen much of 3, and some people are trying to say, oh, it's Mandalorian. No, it's called The Mandalorian, not Mandalorians, and I'm honestly only interested in Din Djarin's story when it comes to The Mandalorian. Sorry. Because that's the guy I was invested in, and his love and caring for, you know, others. You get that, so you have the love, and so you have that story, that message of love, friendship. You get it in the Clone Wars, love, friendship, brotherhood. The Jedi. Funny thing is that the Jedi still, you know, they don't do that, but they saw the clones as humans and not just droids. And then you get a lot of good moments with the clones and building them up and caring for them. You see that throughout the Clone Wars show. I like that, the humanizing of the clones. That was like one of the best things they did. It showed you they're more than just.
The reactor is going into stasis. Now is your chance to complete this sabotage.
Let's see, I want to insert the fuel cell because it's usually right there. I don't do that with these.
A coolant cell has been extracted.
See, I usually don't throw the reactor. Let's try it instead.
Fuel cell reinserted. When the reactor is restarted, this will trigger a meltdown.
Yeah. So, yeah, and I believe that was always a message that George had. It's always this togetherness, love and togetherness with the stories. Oh yeah, I remember the original topic was the Great Jedi.
We are up and ready
But,
to hard.
Yeah, another reason why I don't.
Destroy the fuel injectors.
That's the other reason why I don't think, you know, people are always Great Jedi, because these people, all of them had to go through all this
The
shit.
reactor has gone critical. Get to extraction immediately. Beware, Tenno. This ship is experiencing reduced gravity and magnetic anomalies.
Shit. God, I'm losing my train of thought. Yeah, so that's all those things. So those are the only ones who can be Great Jedi because they went through those journeys. I completely forgot that's what I was going on. But that's how you do it, because you have to go on through those journeys to be a Great Jedi. You can't just say, oh yeah, I'm going to be because I think I would be. No, you wouldn't be, because you'd believe the... If you started out as a Sith and you went through the stuff being a Sith, you'd believe. This was like a so tangent, but I kind of had to use that explanation so I can kind of get the thought process, I guess. You'd believe the Sith and their conquest for power, well, to dominate, and the Jedi, you'd believe more in their passive aggressive peacefulness. That, you know, they like. That shit and what happened in the main Star Wars, you wouldn't even go there. So it's funny. It's like, I'd be a great Jedi. Well, yeah, but Ahsoka became a great Jedi because of how she got screwed by the Council. You wouldn't be a great Jedi because, like, oh, I chose that. No, you'd be that because you would refuse to do these things. Like, Dooku believed all these things, and he was a great Jedi before he became a Sith. And even when he was a Sith, one of the things I liked in the movies, I mean, the Clone Wars had it, but one of the things, and I kind of wish it reflected it more, one of the things, if you watch Attack of the Clones, you watch Revenge of the Sith, look at Dooku's eyes. You know what you notice about his eye? And that's why the Clone Wars, I kind of like, I wish they didn't. You know what I noticed about Dooku's eyes and Attack of the Clones, and I think some of them may be in Clone Wars. But in Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith, he does not have the Sith yellow eyes. That's believed because I believe Dooku still had his beliefs and his morals. Yes, he had his brutalness and stuff when in the Clone Wars, but I don't think he ever he never fully embraced the dark side. Ah, I realize I haven't done a lot on Cirrus. Bible, he never fully embraced the dark side because he never fully believed in the dark side. That's why his eyes were yellow in those movies. Because he was still the Dooku you knew. He even told that. He didn't fully embrace the dark side too, because he told Obi-Wan everything he needed to know.
Our position
And the fucking Jedi didn't believe it because that's how much Palpatine clouded their judgment. How, strong Palpatine was. He still is, still very much who he was. So, I'd even say Gray Jedi, Dark Jedi, and, as the whole entire time you see him. Ventress became a Dark Jedi, was more, would be Gray Jedi, Dark Jedi, but she was more of the Dark Jedi. But she was only that way because of how Dooku betrayed her, the Sith. All these stories, like, he only did that because they see the they went through this whole journey, struggle to stand that. And don't get too political with it, but, you can see people on that when it comes to certain groups and beliefs, especially if you go on the internet. People won't believe it or the other people's opinion on it because they're so blinded by the ones that they currently believe. That's just how it is. And I like comparing that. I'd kind of compare that to Jedi and Sith. The balance in the Force, I believe it's like two Jedi, Sith, or for those who have the understanding of the dark, light and dark, which ended up being Anakin, but do not fully align with it. That's the balance in the Force. And that's why Anakin, eventually became Force Ghost, is because he had the balance. The Force Ghost is only a light side thing, but he knew he was balanced for both of them, so he could do that. Yes, Qui-Gon's Force Ghost too, but he didn't fully finish all of his stuff, so he could only be heard and not seen all the time. It's really interesting when it comes to Star Wars. But yeah, I always find the Grey Jedi debate. That comes back to me like expecting to third party with the fucking Grey Jedi. No, that's why I always find the Grey Jedi debate. I'm like, no, the Grey Jedi is what you think you'd be. You probably wouldn't be one of them. That in mind, I tell people I'd probably be Sith. I will not say I'd be a Grey Jedi because I wouldn't know. Choose one or the other because you'd probably be growing up in one of those beliefs. And, which one tells you one's good and which one's bad. That's the reason why Ravan is like a Grey Jedi too in his stories, because he lost his memory several times, had amnesia, so he's he was Jedi, then became Sith, and then got, and it was like, oh, that, but then once he fully regained all of his memories, he had a better understanding of everything. That's why he was a great Jedi, but that's also why he had his beliefs. He was also a great Jedi because he believed the fucking Mandalorians should be exterminated. Because he did have a hatred for them. Because, you know, they would never stop trying to kill the Jedi. This is why I like the story of the Mandalorian and focused on Din Djarin and Grogu and Luke. That going, I don't know what season 3 did and stuff. I thought the Mandalorian and Grogu were going to, and that's why I thought they got back. So I haven't seen season 3, you should go back to be dead. I thought their story was finally bridging that divide that the Mandalorians and the Jedi had for so many millennia, which were being enemies. But finally we can have a, and, you know, even though they had a Mandalorian that was a Jedi, they still had that scuffle.
Extraction is ready. Unless you can
Bridge that thing that was around for so many centuries to become friends now. They have better understandings, which is more of like a Star Trek thing than it would be a Star Wars thing. But that still kind of had Star Wars themes to it too, is the better understanding of each other. But the Jedi and the Sith hate each other because one is more of a race of monks and the other one is a race of warriors. Now, I believe Legends Naga Sadow was the one that pretty much created that divide between the Jedi and the Sith, and there were Jedi and Sith that, even in the Old Republic, they had stories where they got along with each other. They're just they both delve into the Force, but they have different ways of going about it. Alright. What the hell is that thing on my neck? I'm going to take a quick break. Is it restroom? I know I had that one to get water, but this is an actual break. So I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. I'll be hopefully talk a little more about my Star Wars ideas later. All right. Hang in tight. Have an ad. Okay. Hey, you're supposed to be out of here. Okay. Let me make this clear. Microfluid's not real. It's not. Currently not real. Not say anything to make it real. Not buy it. You get Microfluid, you're going to get scammed. Like the dog mentioned about that dude who Had the best seats in the house for $400. Do not buy the blinker fluid. Do not listen to my friend and his promos. God damn it. All right, back to your show. All right. Oh, now I can click computer. That was just have it there. I was talking about Star Wars and how, Mandalorians and stuff. Yeah, once again, warrior race, and there are warrior race and the Jedi are monks. Thinking about this, the better understanding of Star Trek. Yeah, I have my Star Trek. I didn't play Star Trek this week. Did not get my Star Trek back. That's thing with Star Trek too. It's always the better understanding. I get annoyed when people go like, it's like this or like that. No. There's a reason why Star Trek's the way it is. It's better understanding of everything. People get mad. It's like they're diplomatic. They're hypocrites and crap. It's like, no, they're not. They're people that are on diplomatic exploratory missions. They know though that there are races out there that are extremely hostile at first contact. Not every race is as peaceful as the Vulcans. Like, humanity got lucky of having the Vulcans as the first contact. Even the Vulcans said they had a violent past. Have acknowledged that they had a violent past and stuff. And that's like why humanity scares them, because they remind them of each other. But they're armed because they know there's those that are hostile. And that when things go in the fan, they're unarmed, then the hostile thing can kill them or capture them, then torture them. Not everyone's out there is peaceful. And it's shown through that in the show if you watch the fucking show. They have more of that. We have the diplomacy, but we have this to protect, ourselves or the diplomats on the ship, obviously, because somebody could be going after them to kill the diplomat that's on the ship. I would. If you had an unarmed ship, and you said, because you can't outrun everything, because what if they go and they, boom, oh shit, our engines are gone. Can't go anywhere now, and you're pretty much dead in the water, and you win, and the enemy wins if you can't defend yourself. But, no. What do I want to do? Sabotage. Let's do it a little bit. And my favorite thing about Star Trek, this is why in like any newer ones that are in the current timeline, the Klingon and Starfleet should be allied. Yes, the Klingons are more of a warrior race. Starfleet's not. The Klingons, the way they and Starfleet are actually very much alike than they are different. They both like to explore. They both, more of an empire format, but they both, have a better understanding of. They both explore. They both have better. One is to expand the empire. The other one's to, like, those are the two largest ones. The largest ones are Klingons, Romulan, Empire, and Starfleet. The largest factions. They're the most spread out. Romulans have more of the superiority complex. And we gotta go more to the Romulan stuff. Figure out why they're more like, they're still, descendants of Vulcan. The Klingons, especially because they have their warrior past and honor, humanity has had that in their history too. Don't forget that. Like, we had, death is, a good honorable way to go, especially when you die in battle. So humanity had that belief too, and a couple of, religions and stuff we believe. Believe the jihad is dying in holy wars is believed to be good. Norse mythology, you would only go to Valhalla if you died in battle, otherwise you'd go to hell. And Japanese had death before dishonor, which I think it's also kind of what inspired the Klingons. So there's that. So in humanity's history, you even had that with Klingon. We share that with Klingons, that idea. Now we are more, of the
activating it will buy you more time.
Peaceful ways and for Starfleet. But not in the Klingons, they do prefer battle and stuff. They'll even try to avoid fighting if it's not necessary. Like Starfleet. sometimes your best battle, sometimes your battles are fought over words than it is actually physical.
Life support has been replenished.
Now the Klingons prefer, you know, that you don't shy away from being from, you know, showing your strength, which, you know, was shown with the Enterprise C by basically being destroyed in a battle against the Romulans.
Life support incoming.
Yeah, so that's why they always have the scuffles. Worf is the one that has the best understanding of humanity and Starfleet. That's why I like how in Star Trek Online he becomes an ambassador, because he's the one that understands both Klingon and human traditions. Understands that there's not too much of a difference of them. Just they butt heads because they have different viewpoints. Ooh, another story. This goes back to Halo. That's why I like the elites and humans being friends, because the elites and the humans are not much different either, just in how they look. They both believe that. They both believe, you know, the elites are strong and humanity is strong. They're both strong and resilient. Well, that's the other thing too. It's like humanity and Starfleet. A lot of them, it's just strength and resilience. You know, determination, the goal, the drive to push you forward. There's a lot of these things. That's the elites and the humans have in common. And with the Sangheili, oh, I did this too early. Anyways, that's the Sangheili and the humans. They both have that drive. The Turians, like, and Mass Effect even has this too. This is why I like the good sci-fi writing right here. When you go, we're more similar than you think, even though that some of us are a little different than others. Some of the way we go about it. Humans are always grown, determined, ambitious, have that drive, and Mass Effect, it's like Halo and any other one. Turians have that goal, that drive, and the ambition almost as much as humans, and they had a first contact war because, well, they're pretty much the same in the exact way with each other. When you talk, I always gotta make sure I stay up on these, because like sometimes it's good to have a refresher. When you play through and you talk to Garrus, doesn't matter if you're male or female, you realize that Turians aren't different from humans at all, really. And humans have that stronger drive, that determination. That's why, you know, they're so young, and as a species, being on the council and its space,
the operatives
still got
just
there.
made their first discovery. Keep up the good work.
And that will and that determination by both of them is kind of why they were the best allies in the final battle. Krogan are strong and rugged. Ah, that wasn't really the best idea. Okay, let's get this and go out. They're not different either. Like, they show these things, it's history. We all share similar histories. We all, but some of us took different paths along the way. Some went towards more of the warrior race, some went more of the peaceful route. Even in Star Trek, and it's a mix of sci-fi stuff. I keep jumping around. Try to keep up. They have things where they study planets more than the primitive. Sometimes it backfires, like that one episode. They study people in their primitive state because they want a better understanding of where they came from too. And then, you know, they also monitor while they go up to the warp phase. I don't know. I like this. You got to go to that intricate level of writing. Of, it's not where our ideas and our everything is good, yours are bad, and push. No. It's like, here's our ideas, there's your ideas. Now there's all these things with us that's good, and there's things that have helped you. And why are we, the lessons are, why are we a bit different, but also the same? And no, that's why I think I'm having a hard time explaining my process, because it's not an easy process to explain, just like it's not an easy process to write about. It takes And that's like some of the genius of Gene Roddenberry and the people who still continued his legacy through. I haven't watched much of Voyager and Space Nine, but all that stuff of why Old Trek's good, because even the original series, because it wasn't painting one person as good and one person as a villain. If you disagree with Starfleet, then you are getting the message. You're not supposed to agree with Starfleet, you're not supposed to disagree with Starfleet. You're just supposed to have an understanding of Starfleet, and you're supposed to have an understanding of the Klingons, the Romulans, and everything. That's its story. It's not Starfleet are the good guys. No, you're just following the story of Starfleet. No one's good, but no one's really evil. There are, evils like Artemis, and sometimes they have those interactions. There are people that are twisted. They write that in. But most of the stuff, it's misunderstanding from each other, and that's the story. It's to get through those misunderstandings, we must communicate and understand each other.
I need you to sabotage
Like the
this
one
ship's
race, I forget the name of the one, but there was that
The
one
reactor is a
species.
complex system.
They
Starts
talked
by
and did more of
removing
patterns
cells.
and more of a reference to other
My intel
stories.
suggests there are rich enemy supply caches in the area, but I am unable to pinpoint
So there's
their
like
exact
there's like
location.
Denmark and
Search them
Tramar.
out if you
So
are willing to shoulder the added risk.
that one's a good one too. And so that species, and it's hard. And at the end of the day, that alien race took his captain and his Picard. They went down to a planet. They eventually figured out how to communicate to fight a beast. So they could, because their story was neither of them understood each other, but they worked together to overcome something that was found a way to eventually communicate and overcome that, and that's what they was trying to replicate in that story. That whole story was, of their story. At the end, Picard regales them of the story of Gilgamesh, which I can't remember at the top of my head. That's what Picard does. He regales them with that story because it's a very similar story to the one that they have. For Gilgamesh and what's his name? They basically became friends, and eventually died, and Gilgamesh became sad. They were friends with each other. They hunted with each other because he was more of like a tyrant until he had that friend. Became a very good and well-known person. Everyone knows the story of Gilgamesh. Please, 'cause I wish we read the story. I kind of know, but it's not a story we wasn't always read, and some of those stories you do. The whole concept still is that, still the better understanding of each other. There's even that one where Picard goes unconscious, but he's basically given a story of this one species that's all they could have. But then somebody knew and understood their story because they didn't get to space in time. So that's all they could do was give the beacons, and people so someone could remember them. They had that probe, so then someone could one day remember them, even though that they're long gone. That's why, too, like, Star Trek's not for everyone, because it's not...
Security measures have locked the coolant cells in place. Destroy them. Coolant cell destroyed.
I don't know if there's a button over here that I had to press. Yeah. It's not easy to explain how to do, but that's why it's like, it's intricate levels of writing, and that's what sold Star Trek. That's why it's more of Brett Spiner and LeVar Burton, Geordi and Data, they, two big cast members of Star Trek, is they don't understand why there's always people that butt heads with Star Wars and Star Trek. I know that neither one can be for everybody. One's space opera, one's a space drama. That's what I told everybody. What they said, some of their words is, that one is dealing with war while it's happening. Yeah, Star Wars is. The other one is doing its best to prevent war, even though that happens in Deep Space Nine, because sometimes it can be inevitable. I think that's why, you know, Deep Space Nine had to happen, because sometimes what happens when the one that tries to avoid it does end up getting dragged into a war. But that is what it is. It's trying to prevent that in the standing. It is weird though. I'll always hate it when people try to compare Star Trek and Star Wars. They both have their own versions of storytelling, and they both go about it. They're both different. Just because they're both science fiction, pace and place, doesn't mean they have to be the same. They both do good for the genres and push things. Fun fact: I believe ILM, George Lucas's company, was used as special effects for the Wrath of Khan. So, yeah, they can be inspired from each other, because they obviously have been. I mean, Star Trek and Star Wars have inspired so many in science fiction literature. Inspiration, so I don't think there really is a way to disable this, is there? You just go through and blow it up. Right? And the rest of you look for Grineer caches. Seriously, where would the stuff be to disable it? Already went through that. Hate it. I hate it. Don't compare Star Wars. Completely different. Oh, hey, look at that. Found shit here. Wonder if it's the same for the other one. They're different stories. They're different ways of telling you. They're both good adventures for what they are. Oh, I missed that. Still say it's not always for everyone either. Like, some people don't like dramas, they prefer more of the action. And, you know, that's the thing with these genres, they can be taken differently. Like, not everybody's going to go out there and say, watch a drama in real life.
Into stasis. Now is your chance to complete this sabotage. Use whatever you can to make sure it never works again. A coolant cell has been extracted.
Do I want to use the coolant cell or the explosive? We'll find out. Yeah, yeah. I like them for both their different things too. And yeah, Star Trek can be slower because, like I said, drama. If you're a person that doesn't like watching dramas, I cannot recommend Star Trek to you. If you're a person that does and you like sci-fi, I can heavily recommend it. It's like if you're like action, I would recommend Star Wars. But I like a lot of the science fiction in general. So that's why I enjoy both. And my dad got me into both of them too, and guess what? Yeah, he liked both of them. For what they were. Hey. You can't enjoy them. Like, don't tell people that you can't enjoy both things because for whatever reason. Oh, one time or somebody in comments, not here on another stream, they're like, I like this, but you know, currently don't like the state of something. But I also like this. I'm like, that's fine. You're your own person. You can enjoy both. Don't let anyone tell you can't enjoy two different things just because they're a little different.
The fuel injectors.
Or because the fan base has a war. The fan bases, for some reason, have a stupid war against each other. I still find the Star Trek and Star Wars one stupid. I don't know why it exists. One is more of science fiction, one's sci-fi, fantasy, one's fucking drama, one's opera. I don't know. Both shows, though, broke the barriers and stereotypes for crappy sci-fi, and I love them both for it. Like, even Star Wars started out. So, like, there was always, and you see this, and this is why I will never like or enjoy Dune, no matter how many people try to sell it to me, is There was a crappy sci-fi dystopian world, and we're going back to that again, and I'm hating it. Some dystopian future where there's no hope. Everything's hope is gone.
You found the first resource cache. I'm detecting 2 more faint hints.
All hope is gone in a dystopian future on like a barren or sand planet. Oh, I got a near catch because that was that white one. Cool. And I fucking hate that. They both broke those barriers. And Star Wars even started with being on a sand planet. I think that, I don't know, I'd have to ask George if that was a knock on the current state of sci-fi. I think it was. So they're always on those deserted, barren, depressing planets. And hey, his main character, Luke, wanted to get the fuck off that planet. And that's what he did. He got off there and then is spending this time. Then you go aboard this space station, which is cool. And you go to a planet that has a lot of, and then you're back in space again. And the next movie, it's you know, it's on a snow planet. The snow planet's that's still like, that's still pretty cool. No, and not a lot of those other sci-fi ones did that. But then the rest of it's mostly spent in space, and then you go to this beautiful city they called Cloud City. Like, you're sci-fi. If you can think we could do something in the future, do it. That's what pushed Star Trek and Star Wars. Like Star Trek is basically you're living and exploring on these ships. So the ships kind of became the main character. The Enterprise, like the fans would love the ship more than the crew, and that's why people would get sad when they destroyed them. Especially the original Enterprise when it got destroyed on Quest Search for Spock. You'd feel that emotion that the crew felt when the ship had to go. Still here at Cirrus. The last one is Spy. And that's kind of why my dad said, I mean, I said eventually it does, they move around a bit more. My dad didn't like Deep Space Nine as much. This is his personal thing, is because what he liked about original Star Trek is the exploration. Being in space and the exploration, and it being on the space station a lot, he didn't care much
here
for.
To infiltrate data vaults and retrieve highly sensitive
But-
information.
And I can understand why that's why my dad didn't like Deep Space Nine. And that is kind of and that's why I think, you know, it's got a little ragged on a bit. That is kind of what Star Trek's about. It's the that is the exploration and better understanding. Fuck. Star Trek though, all these science fiction things though, you know what they tell me though when it comes to space exploration and colonization is that I don't want to do it. That explorers in history and future ones are way braver than anyone else. Here's why. Because they're venturing off into the unknown,
There's a heavy unit
and they could encounter something that is extremely hostile or extremely peaceful. And then, of course, fucking history can say later on in the date that you were a hero or a villain. Or not understanding that there was misunderstandings. That's kind of the reason why in Star Trek they have the prime directive is to not really influence any species. That's what the Klingon did. I don't think the Klingon do that either in Star Trek. And I get really rambly because I did not have my thoughts collected on it because I just kind of wanted to talk about it as much as my first point.
Data.
See, how do we get there? Okay, there's sentries, so I want to avoid those. There's that, so we don't want to fall in there. Oh, okay. Is there like another way or path forward? Careful. Okay, come on. Oh. Hey. Okay. There's sentry around A. The A. Shot. Okay.
Excellent work.
I always forget to get so quiet on these.
Distraction with no
Sometimes you gotta
alarms.
think, but I also like doing that in stealth missions. It's kind of a... I say that all the time.
Tell us that. Yeah, I know what you
No, that's... So yeah. I think at the end of the day, whatever I'm thinking about. Whatever I was going on, because I don't fucking remember really what it was or what I was explaining. You know, to write good storytelling is always takes a lot of work. It's not something that just gets pumped out like a lot of things do these days. Yeah, that's, you know, it goes back to our old entertainment talk. It takes time, it takes patience, it takes understanding. You gotta build it out, flesh it out, work on it. It's not something that can always be done overnight. And
Stay
our
focused.
best stories
There's a
are the
heavy
ones
unit
that are
approaching.
really fleshed out.
You're still in the clear. No detection from enemy
And a really
sensors.
good story, you go like this would be dated. No, a really good story will always withstand the test of time. One of the oldest stories out there, Iliad and the Odyssey, even had their religion mixed in there with it, but people still read it and enjoy it because they're both stories that are an adventure and a journey. One's going off to war and one is the way home. I'm gonna go to B first. And I wish we actually, you know, sometimes we mostly read the excerpt of some things, but I really wish we kind of read more of both of them, actually read them instead of the excerpts. It's cool. Right, I had a friend that actually read them all. He was into Greek mythology, but like the fact that everybody knows the Iliad and the Odyssey and what it's pretty much a story,
Destroying the data.
and it being one of the oldest ones, and then Shakespeare. Shakespeare's another great example. Just all of his story. Everyone knows Shakespeare's stories. So anyone who doesn't know Shakespeare's stories, crap, this is going to cause the alarms to go off. Yeah, Shakespeare. Yeah, everyone knows Shakespeare's stories because his stories also stood the test of time too. Will there be the fucking whatever centuries here? Had him in one of these before. And his is like those are old, and he's gone, and they've how many like Shakespeare? Almost every single one of Shakespeare's books have a movie or two, or we still do his plays. In theaters, Broadways, even schools. That's the best example. High schools will do that for their theater things. They'll have his stories. So how good was his writing that impacted everyone that way too? Ow!
Alarms have been triggered. You need to retrieve that data before the data destruction is
That
complete.
was solely on me, by the way, guys. Because
Stay focused.
I fell and I was trying to get back up. It's on the alarm, that was 100%
The
up.
data is still intact.
Can't blame on anything. See, the one I liked, and I wish I could read again, and then I have a good thing, it was, it's one of my favorite ones that we read. I hated Romeo and Juliet. I think that's Shakespeare's weakest work. Only because I just hate how stupid Romeo and Juliet are. Because they are. They're both stupid. They both deserve to die. Yeah, I said it. God damn it. Especially you fucking Romeo. You couldn't get over, you couldn't take, your friends told you to take some time off and away from pursuing a romantic relationship, take some time for yourself, and you just go straight into another fucking one. And they're like, I'll never find love again. Drinks poison, realizes she wasn't really dead, and then she stabs herself. I'm sorry. I hate that one. Much Ado About Nothing. What was it? It's can't remember much about it because I read it in like middle school. It's not long, but I remember that one being funny. More of the probably right. So you go through the story, and this is why I hate Romeo and Juliet. The woman he loved, he thought was dead, and he screwed up. So he was so sad and stuff, right? But he didn't kill himself. Instead, he said, "I will make it up to you," and he said, "Make it up to my daughter, make it up to me. I marry my other daughter, right?" And or was it like niece or something? Can't remember. This kind of ruins the end. And then she was alive, was there. It's like, hey, there's a lot more to that story, and I can't remember it, but that's kind of like the ending. That's why I hate Romeo and Juliet, because he already wrote this story. Oh, I hate these ones. He already wrote this fantastic story of somebody who did go over somebody's death. And could get over someone's death. But then the fucking Romeo couldn't. It's like, ugh. Love your Shakespeare, but that's why I hate it, because I read that one way before Romeo and Juliet, and I was like, oh. I also didn't mind Hamlet. That's a good story about revenge. Like, and why it's a fool's game. Because it is. He does all this stuff for revenge, and then he dies. And his friend believes and ooh, this is gonna get me hating Romeo and Juliet again. His friend's like, I should die so I can be with you. And he's like, no, you must stay alive to tell people about this story. And he's like, all right. You did. Like Shakespeare, what? But no, I'm starting to think. Because the way Shakespeare was, you know, because he was a bit of a comedy playwright too. Did he write Romeo and Juliet, the show? That dying is stupid? I really think it is. When I watch it, like when you read his other stuff and then you read that, and it's like, He always had things with the translation of Shakespearean and other stuff, but and how it would be today, but I kind of understood what it was, what he was trying to talk about with Shakespearean. I don't know why, I kind of always understood. It's just, I think people, you know, that don't understand similes and metaphors. Like, sometimes it's the ones at the time, but it's probably because my understanding of history allowed me to understand Shakespeare's shit, how it was written. You know, that's what they call the Shakespearean language. I don't know. It feels right. It feels the world it's in. That's why some people are like, oh, why don't they do this or this? Well, I think it was one of these dumb words that is a common Philly thing that was it? Forget the name of who is it? I forget who is. I don't watch Scream. I watched the original Rocky, and they're like, oh, why didn't they use that? Well, the actress felt it was dumb, but I'm like, I honestly have props to her for not saying that modern slang. Because the Rocky movies and the way they talk, and the Rocky, this Creed's still part of the Rocky movies, were established by that. So it's that Philadelphia, not like the modern Philadelphia. Right? Like Lord of the Rings, the people talk that way in Lord of the Rings because it's their world and not current one. Like some people get mad because Christopher Tolkien wrote a little different than his dad with it. What are you going to do when your dad's dead? So you're trying to do your best to finish his work. But you know, with the way the dialogue is and everything, is that's what world it's supposed to be in. Still going with like the writing. Like this is why it's not easy. You basically create a way your people talk, the way they interact with each other and the world. I understand. Flame repellent, steel fiber. Oh wait, no, that's not the frame. That's the gun. Ah, look at that. Rhyme rounds. This one I might actually upgrade because I like using this gun. I have the thing to do it. actually have one of these. So this gun, I don't think I'll really be switching the Boltar. My secondary, I'm not sure. But I think the Boltar is set. All right, let's get Serration maxed out. Or as far as we can get it. We can't get it that high. We need more endo. I remember getting so much endo with all this stuff. Apply fusion. Thank you for everyone who's been hanging in here, though, with all my rants. No, it's not that exciting. Oh, this one can be definitely maxed out, though. Oh, I should have gotten rid of the cryo rounds if I had the rhyme rounds. Let's go. Up. Couple with that one. That's right, I meant to remove that one when I had this one, but that's the only one that's in the special spot. I think I have another one that's for the special spot. No, I don't. Really don't. Random Grenier. 5 damage to Grenier. I don't think I need that. Electricity, I could throw that one in there. Now we have room for everything. Affected clip. 5 toxin. And then we'll have a little bit of electricity. I think we're good. Eventually I'll get this maxed out. Get all the stuff. Don't think I'll need that, but if I ever find something that can go there, replace it. Oh, I meant to check my sidearm though, because I've been upgrading that one. Not bad. Heated charge. That's what we wanted. Turn. Puncture. That's the other one that we have, but we'll put a little puncture on there and then get into that. So we get more blueprints for that one thing. Have that blueprints for other stuff. Penta. 5 grenades. Valkyrie Grenier for elite troops. A devastating distance weapon. I have mine right now, but yeah, I could use that one. Oh! Ah, no. We're getting close to the end of the stream. Make sure I collect the shade. Sap. Where was I? In Mars. Was it Cirrus? Or Europa? I'm almost done with Cirrus. Right? Okay. We're done with Cirrus. Phobos, we've had Phobos. Deimos. Deimos, I know I did that one thing. The Cambodian drift was for that other one, but it doesn't let me go here. So I get that one. I don't think we're here yet, no. Europa. Assassination, I can't do that. Assassination. I don't have a reason to go to the Void because I don't have anything that has materials. Saturn is still a skill curve. I need to find something that has it. What's the Syndicate? Thanks for challenging my specimens within the construct and enlighten me. Let's do that one. Because we're around that level, I guess. Hopefully it's not too hard.
Your duty in this experiment is to dispatch as many specimens as efficiently as possible.
All right.
When the time comes, I will open the next data conduit.
All right, let's see what this one's about. Ooh. Ooh, nice. Ugh. Got him. Short circuit kill. Oh, enemies with electricity. Right, because I put electricity on the gun. I thought I had it on my swords too. I guess not. Cool. Glad I upgraded this one. Probably do it again. I need endo. I need a shit ton of endo. So, collecting that. Yeah, guys, where are you? Yeah, they don't want to come after me, bro. Why don't you guys want to come after me? Come on, I don't bite, I think. Efficiency is 41%. Ooh. Ah. Dead. Oh, 38%. My efficiency's dropping. I can't do 100%. 1 out of 4 collected with efficiency stimulus. I don't know what that means, but here we go. Ah. Okay, loading. I think I've done one of these before, something like this. I feel like the efficiency status is familiar. We're on the journey together. Alright. Well, definitely, I'm hoping that there's not another thing that I have to wait a long time to complete. I'm hoping the Limbo Theorem can be finished with tomorrow's stream. Otherwise, you know, it'll be sad.
Is open. Our experiment moves to a new zone.
Got a C+. I'm a failure. It's a passing grade. Ugh. One needs to die. 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 Ow, ow, ow. Oh. Oh. Oh, I'm not even doing good here. Well, come on, guys. Does it count when I miss people? I guess it does. I don't know when this shit's supposed to end, so I'm just gonna keep going until I get bored. Or die completely. I am not efficient at killing things, guys. We already know the truth. I guess it is due to hits and misses, I guess. Oh, yeah. I don't know how I keep dying. I'm being stupid. I should look to see if the file or anything for a blueprint. I'd rather see if I can than not. I'll buy a blueprint and then make the blueprint, then wait forever and not have it, because I really need to get Meg leveled up. Meg is not leveled up. Needs it. Then I just need to get a shit ton of endo. More things want to drop that. We gotta find those efficiency stimulus too. They're all around in the areas, but you have to find them or something. E-. Zone 3. So is there like, how many zones are there? Or do you just die and die? Ugh. Come on. Hopefully I can find a, what is it I'm looking? Hopefully I can find more of those stimuluses for the, zones here. Oh, dead again. Just do it till you die, I guess. Just showing me that to get my mag upgraded so then I can get the health shit maxed out. I don't know.
Specimens must experience unmatched stress. Increase your effort.
Yeah, I am doing my best. Where's the stimulus? There it is. Ugh. Gotta find them because I keep only finding one per. Come on. If I found more of those stimuluses, I think I'd be higher up with it. Then just drop it. Sweet. Well, this is fun, so I know I can just do this sometimes. Gotta remember what the name of it though is. I can get that later. Go! Mission complete, I guess.
Usable data, but I need more. Return when you are ready to subject these data immortals to a.
Alright. You just gotta find more of those stimulus things around and then kill them. Yeah. First up, before I go to the shop, I'm gonna look here. See what the name of it is. Get the name. Actions. It is Orokin Reactor. See if they have a blueprint. Fucking upgrade the mag. I don't give a crap. Orokin Reactor. There it is. Let's see. Is there blueprints? Damn it. I wish there was, because I'm not using that just so I can get it, right? Forma. Damn, so where can I find the blueprints for this? I'll look that up. I really need that more than anything else. Don't want to spend the platinum I have on it either. Shit! Thought I could find like it. Oh. I mean, sometimes you can get it, but I thought I'd find it through some invasions, but the alert. The aviation treasure hunt. There's that. I can't really do that unless I got a thing. Event. What time reward? Keep forgetting to look at the gifts of Lotus. You get some drops. That's how I got my blades. They were a drop. The other one I would upgrade too. If I don't want to double up on the gun. Okay.
The assassination target is nearby.
Cool.
Seek and destroy.
Keep forgetting to look at those two to see what I can get. Until you get other stuff. That probably will. Dead. Like these guys are so weak. Whatever. Bet the assassination target's butter too.
Corpus walkers are heading to your location.
Sweet. Oh, I don't care. That's fine. They can do it. Do whatever you want. You guys are weak because it's an Earth mission. Short circuit. Alright. I swear though, I thought I had an electricity on the blades too, along with everything else. Guess not. Hey, let's Woo! And now, go!
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Once again, dying out with my conversation the last couple minutes, but I did my best, guys, to bring you along on my stupid fucking journey. Of course, sometimes I think like the first hour I could do as a just chatting. Sometimes I'm not in the chatting mood yet, but I also think it's boring if you're just seeing a blinking dog. Yeah, still don't got a lot of background music that I want to play. I have to do that, set it up for an hour. Gotta put in like a playlist and get that in the feed. John Prodman, I think I've gotten that guy before or something. This him right here? Oh, he's dead now. Or, I don't know what he's doing. He'll be dead soon. Dead. Okay, he's dead.
Nice work taking down the VIP. Now get to extraction.
Woo! I'm just gonna kill this guy. Alright, let's get out of here. Press that outbreak, E-gate, Venus, field drawn. Curious, is that giving me something that I need? Oh no. Better have that reactor. Let's take a look at that. What I really need is a Roken reactor. Upgrade the mag. Forma does whatever. Need the ooh. Go! Getting thrown off. What day is it? It's Wednesday, right? Ow. No idea what I should do for lunch after this.
Let's get out of here.
All right. Ow. Oh! Not my back. Everyone doing fine though? Good. All right. Ooh. Not cosmetic for Wisp, which you do not own. Well, skin is a skin, so I can have it. Take a look at the one I talked about. Several of them. Nope. Nope. You guys have anything? Destruction status. Whatever that is. Hey. Be nice. I don't think I want that one. I have mine and this cape looks better. Honestly, it does. Mars, Phobos, Deimos. And Mark keeps wanting me to do that one, but I'm currently in the process, right? The systems are being made. It wasn't something else and I'm stupid. Animal neuropics. System serum. Uh-oh. That one's not the, No, if it gives me the same thing, then I fucked up, but... It was the same quest as the one before, so that's why I thought, oh, hey, it's not the same. I've already done this one before, but I want to do it again because it's fun. This is, I like flying around, okay? Oh, it's all in different spots, so from last time. B, A, C, D, and B. Forget how to blink. It was E or something. Where are you? No, but it wasn't E list. What was it? It's not F, it's not, well, it's obviously not Q. There we go. Got him. Gimme, 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 gimme. Got that. And we'll do this. Oh, it's an idiot that fucking... Sweet. Come on. Take him out. Not too bad. Still quiet though in the space ones. Come on, guys. Where are you? Boom. Whoa. Oh. Dead. Come on, die. Sweet. Yeah, if we have extras, we have whatever. If we have something else that we needed to craft, then yeah. Oh, see, look, now I got that upgraded. I haven't done enough Archwing quests. D. Let's go. Ah, that's right. You double tap shift to blink. Very easy. Like dodge button. Eh, stupid shield guys. You can kind of get these guys somewhat. Look at me, look at me, look, fucking. I think we've got enough fragments. Okay, here we go. Say this one's actually easier than the other ones because it's easier to get to each of them than, let's say, the normal ones. Watch, there'll be another one though where it's hard. Sweet, I think does he have a shield? Nope. Ooh. Okay, capturing. Where's everyone else? That one's too far away. Coming towards me, or is he going away from me? It's hard to tell. Ah, nah. Boom! Oh, he's a little toughy. Okay, got that. C is being attacked. Go, 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 go! Three. Shields. Ah, we got them all. No way we go. Let's go. Kill the rest. It's annoying. They're all spread out. I don't want to be here. Yay! We did it! Round 1 reward, and there's no reward.
Good work today. Not only have we decoded the enemy transmissions, we have also disrupted their communications.
Yeah, we got whatever. We got whatever we needed. Ow! That's all it just wants me to do still. Jade Blueprint has finished. Like that. And, that's all we got. I think we've already gotten the systems, though. Haven't we? We don't need them many more of those, right? We just have them right now, so. Got the Neuropics, the other thing. Let's take a look at the list. Shall we? No. Quest. So let's see here. Let's read the current thing. Graph Limbo System Theorem. That's why. Oh, so we had to. I'm an idiot. Well, it wants me to create more of these. Okay. Not. No, could be wrong, but. Take a look. 1 minute near the end. I could have been screwing this up and I realized I should have been doing this the whole time. I thought I had to wait on this. I realized I had to create more of this. So we'll see. We'll see. That's why I want you to be on that quest. Come on. Be that long. Bet you can't stack. Let's see, what does it want me to do? So I could have had another quest. Do something. Shut up, I feel like an idiot now. I thought I had to wait on this. I didn't realize I had to keep going. If I did, that would have been this whole thing and I would have gotten the limbo. And I thought it was just showing me the quest still because I wasn't ready enough.
Now it's becoming clear. Could it be that there's a plane between our normal plane and the void? A space between space? A rift? A rift that this limbo could control? Oh, and I've marked your navigation.
So now it wants me to do the system's blueprint, so we'll do that to end the stream. So I was an idiot, and I'm sorry. I didn't realize it kept wanting me to go there to do it. I feel like an idiot, guys. I thought I had to wait on that. I didn't realize I had to keep going. So we'll do that and make sure we get the blueprint so we can build that. I'm sorry. Damn it, if I'd known that, I could have done that and then gotten everything built and ready to go.
We're here in search of lost artifacts
Yeah.
and items buried deep below the surface. The scanner has picked up a target. Go to the dig site.
Stupid. Just go. Be a little overtime, but damn it. I feel so stupid, guys. I could have been doing more of the limbo quest and I didn't realize I... Shame on myself. Could have just focused on it and got that and then had everything ready tomorrow and then I had to see what other quests it would give me. No, I didn't. We'll just get this finished.
Excavator is ready to go.
What else
Keep
could
it
go
powered
wrong? Little
and
overtime,
protected from enemy
whatever.
fire.
I cut it a little short yesterday. It's a little over today, that's fine. Yeah. on, guys, come on. Sweet. Dead. So I need another cell so I can recharge it.
The scanner has picked up a target. Go to the
Come on.
dig
This,
site.
I think, replaces the shields if it doesn't have them. Yep. Come on. Come on. God damn it. Just in the right spot for that, isn't it? Ah, still no energy from anyone. Well, that was weird. What happened there? Anyone see that? Ah, here we go. Give. Okay, let's go. Rocking and rolling and running and running! Okay. This could have been my stream instead of the other stuff of finishing up those quests. I'm sorry. Yeah. If I'd known better, I would have done better. But I didn't. I'm stupid. Alright. Here we go. Go.
An artifact has been located. Proceed to the dig site.
Cool.
Excavator deployed. Protect the unit while it extracts the artifact.
Gun's still not strong enough. Alright, gotcha. Let's go put you into whatever the thing there. Put battery up butt. Still nothing. Running. Any energy? Anyone want to drop some energy? No? Get that for the drop shit. Ugh. Go. Stupid asshole. Oh, hey, look, it's chess. Oh, it doesn't have any power because nobody has power cells. You, sir. Should be done once I get this one in. Brilliant. Got it. Quiet day today. Beautiful day. Oh. Ow. Okay, next. Now I get it wrong. Then I'll close it up. I am in a little bit of an.
Excavator is ready to go. Keep it powering and protect it from enemy fire.
Damn it, Twitch, stop. You recommend me all these small guys before I go live.
Proceed to the dig
And give
site.
me like the largest channels in existence. Sometimes I do want to, you know, check out other small people that are trying to get up there. Ah, you get no worries. I know I have my friends too, but they're not all of them go live right now. Like Oriana. Stupid. I guess it is what it is, right? Anyways, yes, finish this off. I don't need this. Give me that. I'm still reloading that too. Alright, everyone dies. They're shreds. Shields up. Oh, finally, I got some more energy to kill people. That sounded wrong. Alright, we'll try to get the limbo system. Probably say the same thing too when I'm done with it, right?
Extraction is available if you choose.
Limbo systems root plant. Right. Finished that earlier in the game and everything could have been done. I think some of them take 24 hours, so we won't even have it done for tomorrow. Fuck! That would be in the overtime. But we can get them go. Also, whatever else. Load.
Operator, do you understand? This Limbo is telling us his story in pure math. And I must say, he's...
You are on the verge.
I meant to do that earlier. Way earlier.
What can we do to help your journey?
Pick one of these. What I want. Okay. As long as you know I am. Here we go. I haven't been... Did it. Build. Oh, I got the proof fragments. Alright, I did. Let me do that. I'm an idiot. How much are all these taking? 12 hours? I should have gotten this done sooner. What else would it need? I have a Warframe blueprint. What do we need? Neuropics, chassis, Neuropics. I'm just missing the other Neuropic. Maybe the chassis and the other Neuropics. One is going to give me. Idiot, and I could have gotten this all done this stream, and I didn't. $20, $19, $18. We'll probably need more of these after that. I just want to make sure I get it.
More parts to the story. My word, he is a magician of logic. Just
Yeah, now, okay, then the chassis and then whatever.
Full of dangling ratios. He expresses
Okay,
his dynamic
well,
constants
because I was
in
an
pure
idiot and I
numbers.
didn't pay attention to it, and I thought I just had to wait for the thing to be crafted. I'll have to get to this again tomorrow with that. I noticed that would have been the... I apologize. Damn, whatever. So then the limbo thing will actually be completed Friday. It is what it is. But as always, thank you guys for coming. Always at PAX. This is Simon Husky signing off. I don't really see anyone interest. Apparently was that's an ad. I gotta wait for that to see what they got. Like all this crap. Have a good day. I'll try to get the limbo thing done with my foolishness. Thank you for coming. Did it sign off already? Have a good one, everybody. Do, 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 boom.